get serious. So, as the stream title says, we're going to do some heli learning with Cessna Rocks. Loaded up here at Salt Lake City in the Bell 407 that we upgraded from our previous Bell that we never flew for $15, thanks to the donation by Cessna Rocks. Said specifically for this plane. So yeah, I guess the first thing hey Maverick, how you doing? I guess the first thing I need to do, St. Wolfric, good morning. I need to go in and map some things, right?
Yeah.
All right, so in here on, we want to go to my, do I want to go to my throttle quadrant or my joystick?
Go to your throttle quadrant first.
Okay, throttle
Do you
quadrant.
have 2 axes for your throttle?
I've got one axis for my throttle.
1 axis. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So
And my engine,
go.
my second throttle on my is for my prop, but we can change that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but that's what I was saying. You have 2 axes on your quadrant.
Oh
Itself.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, so for that left axis, which I assume is what you normally keep as the prop,
Yep.
um, change that one to your throttle.
Okay, and does this keep? I wonder if this keeps the setting per plane, or does this? This is global, isn't it?
I think it is.
Yeah, that sucks. Okay. All right. So engine 2 is now throttle, is what you're saying?
Yes,
Okay.
assuming that's the axis on the left side.
Yep.
And then on the right side, change that one to collective.
Collective. Okay.
And what I do personally, this would be a personal choice. I reverse it so that it starts being up high as uh, low, because in the helicopter, when you pull the collective up, that's how you go up. So I do that so I can have that same feeling of pulling it back.
Okay. So
But
reverse the collective, possibly then. Okay.
yeah, but some people have an easier time just because of muscle memory keeping it forward. So it's a personal decision.
What's it like in the plane?
In the plane, the most similar you could get with that axis is reversing it to pull it back.
Okay. All right.
And that's pretty much it.
All right. So hit done. All right, and then.
Oh, and also one more thing. If you go back to joystick settings and go to control sensitivity in the bottom left corner,
For the
make
throttle
sure
quadrant.
stability
Yeah. Okay. Control
for anything.
sensitivity. Okay.
Yeah, just stability augmentation 0%, all around.
On all pitch, roll, and yaw, 0%.
Yeah, control response you can leave it whatever you had. But
Okay.
yeah, so this is something because I see you're at 50%.
Yeah.
X-Plane was artificially adjusting every single flight model for all planes that you were flying up to 50% to make it more stable.
Uh-huh.
So now at 0%, you'll have the actual flight model that developers made for the planes.
Or Aerosim.
Yeah, exactly, without any artificial help.
Okay.
And the same thing for the helicopter. So definitely, if anyone's watching, maybe check that, because X-Plane puts it default 50%,
Good info.
which I don't know why. I think they should leave it at 0. It drives me insane. Most people don't know that, though.
Good info. All right.
But yeah, that's all.
Hey, dang driver. C206 stationary. Miles ahead. Good morning. All right.
Okay, so next, go outside of the helicopter. And just click on the one of the sides of the nose. There should be a little circle that pops up as a menu.
Okay.
Like a outside menu, and the third option, FRAH and Fram Damper.
Fram
Click
damper.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What is that?
And that's that little. Well, you can click it back on to see it. It's the little circle on the top. It makes the helicopter a little more stable, but which which sounds like a good thing. But I think since the winds are calm, we'll be able to use the SAS mode, which will help you a lot.
Okay.
And so we're gonna turn it off because right now it has some issues till the patch comes out.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, dang driver. Well, pay attention because we're start. This is just the very beginning. So you're in classes in session right now.
and then turn glass doors on as well. It's the next option.
Oh, that's cool. More view. Right. Nice.
Yeah. And let me double check if there's anything else. Um, yeah, that's gonna be good.
Wire
And
cutters.
then yeah, those are those. Well, they're wire cutters. They look like blades
Oh.
sticking out. Yeah, I think they're kind of cool. They don't have any real effect. They're mainly just visual. In the real world, they cut wires, obviously.
Yeah.
The real helicopter that this livery is based on has them. So
What would they use that for?
if you're running into telephone poles and stuff, it'll cut them.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
Is that like a hobby, running into telephone poles?
No, but helicopters, can fly super low
Yeah.
legally, so it can happen. Usually they aren't used though.
Okay. Okay.
So that's all you should need from the external menu. Now, if you click in the center um, of the nose, it should open up your battery compartment. Just confirm that your battery's connected.
Oh, there's a static element. Okay.
Yeah,
Battery.
you can remove that static element to the pitot tube, but there should be lines connected to the battery. You can disconnect and reconnect if you want to verify. Um, and when we shut down, we'll disconnect that. And remember, next time
Oh, I
if
see.
you fly it
Okay.
again,
So every time you need to connect the battery?
if you disconnect it at the end of your flight, you'll need to connect it back. And you disconnect it so it doesn't run out of power.
It just remembers.
Yeah, it
Okay.
remembers everything. So if you do bad starts and stuff, then it'll remember.
Okay. Halo mini webs. Very nice.
And yeah, and then next you can get rid of the static elements. All you do is just click on the ones you see. And there's also in the menu there's an option to just remove all of them once you get bored of doing that. But
Okay, I think I
for
got
your
them
first
all
time, you can
now.
go through and do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, yeah, and then that's all for the outside. So now we can go inside, I guess.
All right. I think I want to get a. Do I sit on the left or the right? I guess I sit on
Sit
the
on the right.
left. I sit on the right.
Yep.
Is that like helicopter typical? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
The helicopter pilot always sits on the right side.
Okay. I'm gonna make a couple different views here. I guess I want an overhead view, huh?
Yeah. I mean, you won't be clicking too much up there, but what I would do is straight posture.
I don't need. I just need to turn the boost pump down. I think.
All right. So for your primary um, views for when flying, the default view I think is a little close. So what I do is move it back a little bit, like more towards the seat, so that you can see a little more outside of everything.
All right. So let me back up just a little bit here. So you see the top of the joystick, or
The whole whole top of the joystick, not the. Hold on, I'll see.
I need to change my field of view if I'm gonna get any more than where it's at right now.
Yeah, no, that looks fine for flying. Maybe angle down a little bit.
Okay. So like that. Or actually, you have to wait till I put a finger up on the screen. Morning prop forward. Derpdism, currently flying the big B412. Ah, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
that looks good. So set one view there.
Nice to have you with us, Derp. I haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're doing well. All right, what'd you say, Colin?
That's good for your
Okay.
primary flying
All right.
view.
All right.
And then I'd recommend setting a secondary view angled down more where you can see like 2 inches of the skid.
What's
And that's going to be your landing view.
what's the skid?
That that metal thing out there that's like the landing gear. You should see it out of the glass door, out of the bottom of it.
You
To
mean off
the
the
bottom right.
side?
Yes. So from the same place,
So
just
angle it
angle
down
it
to the right then. A little bit.
down. No, just a tad.
Let me get back to my default.
Not turn too much to the right though. So
All right. Hold on.
because you're going to be landing, so you don't want to land sideways every time.
Okay, the chair's getting in the way now, though. All right.
Yeah, you can move it forward a little bit.
I can see the shadow of the skid.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, don't know, be too much.
I'm not gonna like that line of view.
Well, yeah, that's too turn. Just angle it down a little bit. I mean, if you can't see the skid, it's fine. Just so you can see a little more of the ground.
Okay, I got that view programmed in. Morning,
Okay.
Pick and Flick. Morning, Jay Kraus. Okay. Why does my version not have the same screen as yours under the radio? I don't
You
know.
can change that. I'll show you.
Okay.
So if you click on next to the warning light panel, if you go to the right side of it, there's like that triangle type thing. If you click
Warning
on
panel.
that, there's a click spot.
Where's the warning panel?
There's all the lights.
Oh, the enunciators of above.
Yeah.
So if you click to the right of it. Oh,
Yep,
okay.
on the right edge of it.
All right.
There's a menu. And I'll run through this menu with you really quick.
Okay.
The smart livery, if you click on that,
Changes it.
you
Okay.
can run through all the liveries and preview and stuff. And you can
Okay.
click out of the menu and click back.
Okay. Good morning, Gavin.
Quick use, volume, field of view. Those are all pretty self-explanatory. Report. That's where if you inflate the floats, you can deflate them, which is cheating, kind of.
Deflate.
And then reset and
Reset.
reset exceedance.
Okay.
Those are if you damage the helicopter, you can fix it. Like this is basically like maintenance in the flight factor planes.
Okay.
That's basically the same thing. And then if you go back, the stability, that's what we already adjusted in the X-plane menu.
Okay. Got it.
And then in the next update, it's going to override that anyway, so it won't matter. And then customize is a little different from the external menu. So you can click Garmin 430. So if you unclick that, it'll put in traditional comms in there.
Ah. Okay.
So that's probably why the person says you have a different cockpit.
Yeah. Koch
And
plays.
then-
Okay.
Yeah. And then heli SAS you can leave on. Rotor shadows and yaw string is that little red string out in front of the nose.
Okay.
You can leave that on as well.
All right.
And then external menu brings up the menu you already looked at outside.
Okay.
And that's everything.
So wait, back up. Yaw string again was just what?
It's that little red thing right on the window on the nose.
Oh, whether
You can see it
okay.
from inside the cockpit. So when you're flying, it will indicate what the helicopter is doing a little bit.
Okay.
I
Do you
don't know
leave
too
that
much
on?
about interpreting. Yeah, I leave it on.
Okay. Nick Hoffman, start it up already. No, man, we gotta go slow and methodical. This is heli foreplay. No, just kidding. Go ahead.
All right. I would open your door because the sounds are going to be nice. Do you have sounds on?
That is a good question. Let's see here.
Would highly recommend having sounds on.
Oh, I got sounds outside of the cockpit. I have to restart X-Plane unless you know a way of, because my default is is not my for the stream. It's for my outside speakers.
Oh, ah,
I guess I haven't started the plane yet.
yeah.
And because Nick Hoffman said start it up already, I'm going to go ahead and quit X-Plane. And I'm going to change my default sound to this one. I go to a splitter, an HDMI splitter, and then it goes to my capture card. So it's kind of a complicated setup.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's going slowly. I'm trying to follow along, and I'm slow. Yeah, I'm slow too, Koch. I'm with you then. Especially when it's the first time ever I've even shown this plane. I have a feeling that I'm either going to really, really dig it, or I'm going to really, really not.
Well, if you get discouraged easily, you might really, really not dig it because it's hard to learn.
I think, yeah.
I won't lie and say it's easy. It's very difficult. But in the end, there's nothing more satisfying than landing this thing properly in anything you can do in the sim world. Because it's so hard, if you get it right, it's just the best feeling ever.
By the way, that reminds me, how did the iRating practice go?
Excellent. We did 2 iRatings and passed both of them.
Wow. I tuned in for the very beginning of that, but then I had to depart. But my question is, how do you fly an ILS without a flight director?
Well, it has the glide slope and the VR thing, so
Okay.
yeah. And then
There's no director. It tells you how to. Okay. So you passed I-1 and I-2. That's nice.
Yeah.
Iowa Flyer says, I'm still learning it. Just stick with it and you'll get it. I have a feeling that, yeah, it's just a matter of patience.
Yeah, but I mean, it's such an amazing add-on that even if you can't fly it too much, sometimes just listening to it, starting it up, sounds super awesome.
All right, I'm going to go to my sound. I'm going to turn the master sound up a little bit. I'll turn it up a lot, actually, I guess. What about environmental? Do you have that volume up, or?
Probably. I think I have most of the...
Whatever.
I don't think it pulls off the default X-Plane. So.
Oh, okay. All right. So assuming that I had the battery connected when I stopped X-Plane, it should still be connected, correct?
It should, but you can open it up and check.
All right. Yep. We're good. Okay. I got my views.
You can either do the quick menu and get rid of all that, remove ties and caps, or remove them really quick. Your choice.
All right, and that's under the here for...
You click on the nose menu again, or external menu inside. You remove ties and caps. Second from the bottom.
Where's the external menu?
You click on either the left or right side of the nose.
No, when you're inside the plane.
You click on it on that same menu, and then customize, and then external menu.
Customize. Okay. It's a matter of... Okay, I'll remove ties and caps?
Yep.
Okay. And then we got glass doors from last time, so that's good. Okay. And you said open the window?
No? Open the door.
How do I do that?
You click on the door handle on the glass door. It's on the bottom right.
What's that door V/window in the...
That's for the other doors. You can put a window on the door, like a little slide window. That you can open it.
Okay, doors open on my side. Okay. Hey, okay. Jay.
And are you on PE yet? I don't see.
Oh, no. Let me sign in. What is the... Oh, gosh, I got to come up with a call sign now. November 572 Charlie Radio for Cessna Rocks. What's the type? Just B407?
B. Yeah.
And what livery do we want to... Aren't there several
It doesn't
options?
really matter.
Okay.
Yeah, there are. There are
All right.
12 options.
I'll just connect with
You can do.
default.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
All right. You should be around. Oh yeah, you're right. No, that's not
Yeah.
you. Is that you next to me?
What do you look like? What do I look like? Correction.
There's a black one.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh wow, because that looks very similar to the one we're flying,
Yeah.
except for it's white. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, back inside.
All right, back inside.
So I'm assuming
So
if I move my collective now, oh yeah, it's gonna. Okay.
yeah, that's what I was gonna check. So your throttle should be in the off position, but if you move it forward, it should go to idle. It should click into idle. It will go to full.
All right. So if
And
I
then
put the throttle all the way forward, the collective goes to the ground,
the throttle axis does.
or the if the
The-
throttle axis goes all the way forward, then yes, this thing in the middle of the plane is that the collective goes all the way to the ground.
All right, and what about when you move your collective axis?
Is my collective? Oh wait,
The one on the right.
Sorry. The one on the right is my throttle axis.
Okay, I would switch those and make the bigger one your collective axis.
Okay, so you gotta understand. I don't understand what's what. So collective, what's this big one in the middle here?
The big thing in the middle that moves up and down is the
That's
collective.
okay, and that's on
And
my
then,
big throttle axis.
okay, good.
And
And
then
then there's a twisty
that twisty thing is on
thing.
my prop axis.
Okay, great.
But what I'm
And then
saying
if
is
you
that when I
move
have the collective, when I have the big right throttle pressed all the way forward, my collective is pushed all the way forward. That's what you want, right?
yeah, it's all the way down. And
Okay.
if you pull it back, then it goes up, right?
Yep. All right.
Okay. And then the throttle, that should be, it should be like a normal throttle. So if it's back, it's at idle, and if it's forward, it's at full.
All right. So I've got back.
Yo, John Fly. Acknowledge the follower.
And I'm gonna hold a finger up. That's with the prop axis, or what we're gonna use is, I guess, the throttle, right? And then
Yeah.
when I showed two fingers, I'm gonna move it forward. Yeah. And then back is one finger. That's all the way back, one finger, and then two all the way forward. That's correct.
So one is all the way back, meaning towards you, and then
Toward me, yep.
two is.
Yep.
I would reverse those.
Okay.
I think.
Joystick, throttle. All right. So it was on reverse, so I'm taking it off.
Yeah.
All right. So now, when I go forward, it's bringing that. All right. So one finger is the axis is all the way back to me, one finger, and two's all the way forward. 1, 2, all the way forward is with that notch. The notch is visible. That little, all the way forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Perfect. Okay, and then there's a little circle right above that axis. Just click it to turn the throttle back to the off position.
Oh, okay. That's off.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then just you can leave the throttle off. And then next we'll start powering it up.
Okay. Maverick, there's a Pilot Edge event today that starts if you're a Western United States subscriber, you have a choice. You can start from Phoenix or Grand Canyon and fly to Palm Springs. If you're just a ZLA customer, then you can fly from Grand Canyon to Palm Springs, and then everyone's flying from Palm Springs to Santa Barbara. It's a 3-hour event, starts at 10 a.m. Pacific.
All right. So before you turn the battery on,
This
look-
sounds like an optician exam. Yeah. All right. Before I turn the battery on.
look between the attitude indicator and the altimeter, and you'll see something that says horn mute with an arrow above it. That
Yes,
leads to a
I see the
little
horn
dot
mute.
with
Yep.
a click spot.
Yep.
Okay, just remember where that is, because when you turn the battery on,
Okay.
there's going to be a loud horn.
Okay.
So you can turn the battery on.
All right, that's down here on
It's on the overhead,
that's on the overhead,
bottom right.
bottom right. Okay, battery. No, I see BRT. Oh, bottom right. My other right. Okay, I'm gonna try my SciTech panel and see what happens. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So the alarm was only on for. Oh, that one. Okay.
There's 3. So
Okay, I just muted it. That's good. It's good that you warned me of that.
yeah, a lot of people don't know where that is, and they just have been dealing with the alarm for every time they start it.
Ow, pain in the butt. Yep.
Yeah. And then now that the battery's on, we're gonna move through this kind of quick because it will run out of battery.
Okay.
So you can do boost transfers on. That's the boost / XFR underneath the circuit breakers. Silver switches.
To it has on or left. So on or
Left
left.
and right. Left and right. So
Left and
away
right.
from
You want both of them?
both of them.
Okay. Why? I wonder why there's green around one. All right, go ahead.
And then you can turn your anti-collision light on.
Anti-collision light is
There's
right there. Okay.
Yeah. And then that's all you have to do on the overhead for now.
Okay.
So go back to your main panel, and on the bottom right of that, there's a red hat switch type thing, or red cap over a fuel valve
valve?
switch.
Okay.
Yep, turn that on, and then you can close the switch.
Okay, it's on.
Next to that, there's something that says FADEC mode. Just confirm that's an auto and not manual.
Okay, it's in auto.
Okay. And then
Would that ever be off when you start the plane? The FADEC mode?
if your FADEC was in op, but other than that, no.
Oop, main. All right. Okay.
So next on the collective switch, make sure your throttle's in off position.
Okay.
And then set up a view where you can see your NG and MGT gauges, and the collective where the start switch is.
Okay.
So
Yep, I got
what's gonna
that.
happen
I'm gonna make that view.
is you're
I'm gonna make that view this one. Okay.
gonna put the switch to start and watch your NG, and once it gets about above 10%, just bump your throttle. Like, you don't have to push it all the way forward, but just bump it to where it goes to the idle position. You can practice that right now before you start. Just if you touch
there's
the
idle.
throttle a little bit, like
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
There's
and then
full,
after,
idle, and off. Okay. To idle.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. All right. So
Yeah.
when you're saying this goes to 12%.
you can start it whenever. You can even let it rise up to like 16 or 17 and stabilize, because it won't go higher than that.
Okay.
But I just do it around 10%. I just bump the throttle to idle, and then we'll let it idle up. You could go to full since it's FADEC, but we'll just go to idle while we look at everything else. We'll just get it started.
Okay.
So just bump it to start. You can do that whenever.
Where's that?
And then it's on the collective right above the throttle.
I just click that start button.
You just bump it up to start, and then everything will start doing.
Okay,
And
start, and
NG's
then
10%.
once I'm 12%, then rotate this to idle.
Yeah.
Oh, my first ever start. Oh, I see you started as well.
Yeah.
That's kind of an exciting moment for me. I'm assuming with the door being open, I can hear it, but when I close it, it's a little more subdued.
Yeah. So you can close the door, and it will get quieter. And then you can also click on the headphones, and it will get a lot quieter. So noise canceling it.
All right, I can't seem to close the door. Oh, there we go. What was the noise canceling? That was with the headset?
The headphones, yeah. Just click on them.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Maverick, it was on the... they didn't really advertise it on the front page, as far as I could tell, but the Pilot Edge event is being talked about on the Pilot Edge Discord, and also I think the Pilot Edge forums may have it as well. And I think they sent out... it was on their Facebook page also, their Pilot Edge Facebook page. Koch Play says he sat there for 10 minutes with the alarms. Koch says he
Move.
followed, but his blades aren't moving.
Did you hear the starter Koch plays? Like,
Yeah, when you click the start on the collective, did you when you
real
rotated
quick.
this start up, did you hear the starter going "Roo," and the NG started to rise? I can do that sound again if you want. "Roo." Okay,
Yeah,
next.
move your gens. They're next to the battery switch. Move that forward. Like move that switch forward to gen. That means on. I'll just say we're not off battery still. And you
Actually,
can turn
gen is
avionics
down,
on.
right? Yeah, gen's down. And turn what off? Battery?
And avionics on. No, leave the battery on.
Avionics are on.
And then the up next to the boost transfer switches, the flight instrument switches, all three of those can go on the DG, AGT, and turn.
Okay, that's, I'm assuming. Okay, gotcha.
That's just all your non-GPS instruments and stuff.
Okay.
Position lights can come on. They're right above the anti-collision lights.
Position light on.
And yeah, that's
Pitot?
all. Pitot heat?
Yeah.
You shouldn't. I don't. Is it cold there?
Not right now, but this is when I would probably turn it on, if it was cold.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the only on your annunciator panel, the only light you should see is RPM.
Yep, that's what I see.
Koch plays. Do you have an engine fire on your annunciator panel? Does it say engine fire? Because I found every time I use the ground cart, no matter what, it causes an engine fire, and I can't start. So maybe reload the helicopter. Okay. So next, your landing lights are on the collective.
I just realized something. Oh, good. We were gonna just take off here in a little bit, and then I realized that we're on PE. This is a controlled airport, but not for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
On the collective, there's landing light switch. Just put it to both.
Please watch the language Koch plays. Say that again.
On the collective, next to the start switch, there's landing lights.
Okay, landing lights to both.
You can put those to both. So the both, there's two landing lights, both on the front. One is points straight down, and the other one points forward. Okay. So that's why there's three options. There's forward or both. In flight, you can just use forward, and when you're actually touching down, you can use both.
Okay. Transponder can come on, I guess.
Yep. I'm just gonna put in the Salt Lake City tower frequency, just in case lose track of time. That way I can hear when they come on.
What's tower?
I'm gonna put in 11905.
Okay, got that in. All right. Hello, Padawan.
All right, let me test something really quick, and then I'll let you know how to proceed. Actually, I'll explain some stuff while I'm testing this. You'll see me lift off, so just ignore that. So your attitude indicator, you can throttle up actually already. So go ahead and move the throttle completely to full.
All right, so throttle is the prop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All the way to full, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, there you are. You're floating around.
Yeah.
Silent Hill Seal, how you doing?
And then...
Oh, that sucks. I can see through you. That's just a CSL problem, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's X and Vira.
Oh, X and Barrel. Okay.
Okay. All right. And then next, most of the gauges you should recognize. I'll run through them. Obviously, the engine gauges are the same as you would find in a plane for any like jet aircraft. Your rotor, there's airspeed, so that's standard, and then your rotor RPM gauge is right below that. You have the little one, which is your tail rotor, which goes in that small green area on the inner circle, and then your main rotor has the bigger range. And you should never take off if your rotors are not in those ranges.
I'm not sure where you're referring to. Are you referring to the middle dial where it says NR and MP, or?
Yes.
Okay. So you're saying
Yes.
the inner range is for the smaller propeller and the outer's for the larger propeller?
Yes.
And if they're both not in the green, don't. Okay.
That means you will not be able to fly.
Okay.
And that's what's controlled with your throttle.
Okay.
So if you pull your throttle back, you'll see the RPM drop, and your RPM alarm will go off, and you can throw it back up once that alarm goes off.
Okay.
But just to see, so the way helicopters work is the blades will spin at a constant speed the whole time, and the throttle is fully FADEC controlled. So when you pull the collective up, it's going to cause more drag, and the FADEC will increase the throttle automatically to maintain that RPM. So it's going to just keep the blades spinning at the same speed the whole flight is the goal. And if you pull,
I guess I'm gonna have to see that in practice because I'm not really following you. But
okay, yeah, basically when you adjust the collective, it's more like adjusting the prop on a plane.
Okay.
And that's the only way you get lift.
Okay.
I could have shown you this when we were stopped. When you pull your collective back, what it does is angle the blades upwards, which, you know, if you're riding in a car and you put your hand out the window and you angle your hand up, you know, it lifts your hand up. It's the exact same concept,
Okay.
but with 4 big rotors.
Okay.
But yeah, maybe I can show you that on the ground later. Anyway, attitude indicator, you can pull the cage now that you're idled up, and that will level it.
Pull the cage.
Yeah, pull to cage.
What's that?
It cages your attitude. Is it messed up right now?
I don't know what you're talking about. Pull to cage.
Attitude indicator.
Oh, pull the cage button. Okay, you're talking about the pull the cage button to the lower right of. See, I don't know where things are.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Now it's good.
Okay. And then that's
Looks like
pretty
our
much
pressure
it. I mean,
is 300. It's 3018. So there we go. Okay. Barometric pressure set.
okay. Yeah, and then everything else is you should
Vision
recognize all the gauges, like the vertical speed, altimeter, radar altitude. All of that's pretty standard.
Okay.
Standard gauges.
Yep.
So yeah. Anyway, now we're probably ready to go.
Whoa. Scary fun. All right.
So, when preparing for takeoff, we're not gonna use the SAS mode right now for takeoff. We'll start without it. It's a little weird. So we'll not use it. But
Dason says you have to counter the torque with your left rudder. Okay.
yeah, that's what I'm about to walk.
Well, okay.
So your rudder, you want to put in a little bit of left rudder.
Okay.
Yeah, like maybe the pedals move like an inch forward.
Okay.
To start with. You'll probably have to adjust that once we're in there. So I'll explain that. And then your cyclic, which is the stick, move that back and to the left. So like diagonally back and to the left.
Okay.
Like maybe an inch or 2.
Okay.
And then That's what you do for setup, and then slowly bring your collective back, very slowly. And once you start to move, um, you'll have to adjust. You just want to stay as stable as possible and not move anywhere. Just lift up. All you want to do is go up. You don't want to go forward and stuff. So just make really, really fine adjustments to your yaw axis and your stick to stay in that spot right above you. So I'm doing it right now. If you watch,
Oh yeah.
I'm going up and I'm trying not to move forward at all. So I'm
Okay,
just trying
so
to
you're
stay in
you're
this
using
position.
left rudder and a little bit of left joystick.
Left and back stick. This helicopter hovers with the nose up.
Okay, so
Um,
I would just pull my collective slowly.
Slowly back till you start to move. It will start moving around a little bit, and then you can kind of get a feel of where it's going to want to go once you're in the air. So yeah, that's what you're going to do. And I'll try and watch while hovering here.
I'm pulling it back quite a bit, and it's not doing anything yet.
Yeah, it'll be around halfway probably.
All right, the torque's increasing. Oh, yep. Oh, I don't want too much yaw. Oh, snack. Oh, snack.
If you want to get control, just start leaning forward a little bit, not too much, and then you'll
Oh,
start
snack.
moving forward.
Oh, this is an adventure. Okay.
And once you're moving forward, you should have better control. I'll try and find you. I lost you.
Oh, I
Yeah,
lost
you
myself.
got pretty high. You went really high up. So you can put the collective down and start, not all the way, just down a little bit to get your vertical speed going back down.
The plane really wants to. Okay. Oh man, I have mad respect for people who actually can fly these things.
And I'm watching your stick a little bit on screen. Just make sure you're using really, really fine adjustments. You'll probably never move the stick on your joystick more than like half an inch out from center.
Oh, okay.
So it's all going to be really small adjustments. Really small. Like you'll be shocked how small some adjustments you'll make on it.
Man, this is not easy. Alright, I see you now.
Yeah. Alright. So we can try and turn. We'll head. Actually, we can try line up for a runway, and we'll try and stop on that. Should give you plenty of room. Is there someone else in the helicopter here?
I see
There is,
someone
isn't
over there by downtown, but I don't know.
Yeah.
This is weird. I can't.
Looks like you're more stable now.
Yeah.
So, when you're setting up for a landing, what you want to do is put the collective forward where you start going down a little bit. And when I'm approaching, I try and hold my vertical speed at minus 500. So I put the collective forward or down, whichever term you prefer, and I hold the vertical speed at 500. So I pick a place for the collective, I hold it at 500, and I start leaning the helicopter back to maintain that minus 500 vertical speed, and that slows the helicopter down naturally. And that's also, if you're trying to enter a hover, you can do the same thing, except hold your vertical speed at 0. But put the collective forward, and then when you
I guess I'm not taking that in because I'm just trying. Oh, snack! I just crashed almost. Oh, snack!
Yo, John
Yeah.
Fly, acknowledge the follower.
And we're down. Thank you for the follow. Clay 612 GR 11 3975. All right, I should probably re-listen. I'm gonna probably watch my own VOD, but it's like I'm fighting it. It's kind of interesting. Finally, when the helicopter goes to the right, follow this move with his head. Yeah. I'm a natural at crashing. All right, so I probably want to get these. Yeah, we'll just start at the same spot.
Well, you're doing better than that person that's flying the helicopter back there. Holy cow! They.
Oh, my hands. I'm out. I gotta not do death grip next time. All right, I want to start this with the engines on. Just because I want
Make
to
sure you're
practice
collected all the way forward.
all the way forward. Okay.
Yeah, if you do that, because otherwise you'll shoot up in the air.
Okay. All right, I'm assuming that my. Yeah, I'm full. Okay. Uh-oh, I got an annunciator on that says gens.
Yeah,
No, sorry. It says check instruments is what it says.
Yeah, it's fine. You can ignore
Okay. Okay. Scramble, fire, and rescue. Yeah. Why does your thing say streaking facts? Streaking facts. I like to streak facts on a regular basis. I take Thursdays off. I don't streak faxes on Thursday. Okay. All right. So I want to bring my collective back. Am I still connected on PE? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I want to go down. All right. So to get it, so I want back pressure. If I just want to hover, I want to take this collective and I want some back pressure so I don't go forward, I guess, huh?
Yes. And yeah, there you go. That's a good takeoff.
Other than hitting the helicopter next to me.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna practice. I gotta practice for a little bit before we start talking about the fine. What do you call it? What you're talking about with the speed on landings, etc. I'm just gonna get a feel for her in the air and not use a death grip so my hand doesn't get tired.
All right.
All right, so I gotta use rudder to get more of a straight view.
Yes.
Lots of left rudder.
Once you're moving, you should be able to ease off the rudder and it will stabilize. But at low speeds, you'll definitely have to put in left rudder. Yeah, you shouldn't have to put in that much rudder right there.
I shouldn't?
No.
So how do I adjust that?
Here. Just get off the rudder and slowly. You just try and go forward and then it should stabilize a little bit. Below the, right above the comms panel, there's the autopilot panel, the SAS button. Engage that.
I don't know where the autopilot panel is. Oh, SAS down there.
Yeah. Click that.
What's that?
That's the stability augmentation system. That should make your flying more stable. And since we're in the air, I'm not worried about it messing you up. So just engage that, and then you shouldn't have to put in much of any rudder control. But you should notice a definite stability increase.
Yeah, I see that. That's cool. All right. But if I want to turn sharper, I would definitely use the rudder.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That SAS is so good, yeah, for sure. Hey, Bam Mike Foxtrot. It's a good way to look at Mr. X, Salt Lake City.
Yeah, it is.
All right, I'm gonna use a little rudder here. Whoa, there we go. Use a lot of rudder to kind of turn around here. It's a fine art.
Yep.
But the fact that I can actually somewhat go where I want to go is a good sign.
And you're almost ready for PE.
Good thing the tower's not open.
Yeah. I've been watching the time.
Alright, off the rudders now. Okay, let's go over here. Where are you?
I'm over the terminal right now.
Okay.
I'm kind of following you a little bit, I think.
Alright, I'm gonna go head to downtown.
Alright, I'll meet you there.
Seems like she's wobbling. Is that the wind? Or is it just
Yeah.
me, too many movements?
It might be the wind. I'm trying to watch. Oh, that kind of wobbling? That's probably you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because, for example, if I just... Oh, wait. If I just let go of the stick entirely... Alright, I'm going to do it right now. She's leaning... Like right there, that's full hands off.
Yeah, so the SAS mode adjusts. It automatically adjusts the stick and stuff like that for the wind. So I think we have like 7 knots of wind, so it might be adjusting for that.
Okay.
If you turn that off, the helicopter might. If you need to hold the bit, like make sure you have hands on when you disengage it. If you turn that off, you'll regain full control and it will stop doing that lean.
Okay. You're doing way better than I do. I've got a good teacher here. Yeah, of course, we already crashed once, but that's okay. Who hasn't crashed in a helicopter, right? On X-Plane?
I'm excited this thing works here. I've been wanting to land on this Wells Fargo building forever.
Yeah, it's... I don't think I'm good enough to land on the building, but...
I believe in you.
No, I don't... it's not even a... It's like I don't even know how to, like, land on a runway, let alone a building. But it looks good down there.
Yeah, I like those reflections on it when you're approaching. It's super cool.
Alright, let's turn this way. Ooh. Whoa. Did you land? No.
Yeah.
You landed on the building?
Yep.
Oh, nice. Oh, yep, I see you. Nice. Wow, you really do have control of this. I can see you down there. Uh-oh, I got a little beep. What does that mean? Oh, I need more torque.
That was just a high. Yeah, I mean increasing the torque will fix that. Your rotor RPM just got high. Just let you know.
Whoa. Oh, you can't... Oh, snack. What happened? Why am I?
I think you lost your tail rotor.
Oh, did I hit the building?
Yep, probably.
Whee!
Yeah, you lost your tail rotor.
That's awesome. All right, let's see here. UT-31. Collective all the way forward. Oh, right next to you now.
Yeah, you spawned on the building. That's interesting. Now you go to take off from the rooftop.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I lost it too.
Oh, did you hit? Oh.
Well, something happened. It says engine fire. I know I didn't hit the building elevation wise. It must be an object misalignment or something. I'll land really quick.
You're gonna land on the building or on the ground?
On the building.
Oh, there you go. Rotor lost, yeah. This is why we can't have nice things. Yep. Alright, here we go. Collective coming up. Oh, that's freaking scary. Alright, there we go. Hello, Camro. Yeah, to land on that building, that's going to be my goal one day. One day.
It's fun.
Okay, AJ, how you doing, sir? Exterminator 24 with the commentary. Yeah, Bam Mike Foxtrot, this is Salt Lake City. Yeah, I'm going to learn how to land in a big area before I try the building land.
Yeah. Runways are usually a good place.
Yeah. Are
Maybe you
you
can
still
find-
over Wells Fargo, or did you take off?
I just took off.
Okay. I'm gonna buzz Wells Fargo, just to act like I think I know what I'm doing. Woo! That's where I'm gonna land one day. Oh, snack. Alright, I'm gonna head back to the airport and see if I can. I can see how some people go forward with their collective to go up.
Yeah.
But I want to be like the real world.
Yeah, I think it's more fun.
This is definitely a way to see scenery better.
Yes. You can see out the windows. You can see so much. So.
Yeah. And you can buzz along I-80, Interstate 80. Okay, I really honestly didn't think I could fly like from point A to point B, so I'm happy with that success at least.
Yeah.
Stay away from the power lines though. Unless I have my cutters.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm just gonna go like into the runway. Do I bring my throttle back then? Or do...
No.
Okay.
You don't ever touch the throttle until you're on the ground.
Okay.
So you just push the collective forward. Doesn't have to be all the way. It depends how fast you want to slow down. And then if you just want to slow down, just watch your vertical speed. It's underneath the altimeter. I think that's the most important gauge when landing. So if you keep that at 0, you're just slowing down. But for landing, I do minus 500 until I'm close enough to the ground. Then I do 0. Make sure not to get too low because you can have a tail rotor strike on accident.
Yeah.
And just adjust your collective as needed.
I'm going to try to land at the... No, that's not working. Alright. Wish I could get stable. So I go back pressure with the joystick?
Back pressure.
I'm getting a feel for it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Make sure that vertical speed doesn't go below minus 500 because then you might lose control of the vertical speed.
Wow, to take this on PE, that would be an adventure. I'm going to be out in the desert on PE with this. That's about it for right now.
Grand Canyon.
Yeah, that would work. Ah.
You started coming down a little quick from what I could see.
Yeah, what I need to do is I need to practice, I'm going to do this real quickly. I really want to hover in a stationary place, because that's basically what you're doing on landing, right?
Yes, you want to hover before you touch down, actually. Yeah, so that is what you should practice before. And so I think the best time to do that is when you're taking off, because then you're already not moving.
Yeah.
So maybe try going 10 feet in the air and touching down smoothly, because that's about what you want to do.
So if I bring my collective
about 10 feet
up, and I'm going to use left rudder to keep her steady, and a little bit of back pressure, and to the left as
I would
well.
start with a hefty amount of back pressure. I mean, not all the way back, but a decent amount of back pressure.
Yeah, okay. I got it.
If the nose starts lifting up, then you can put it in a little more forward pressure. But
see, she wants. Oh, there we go. Oh man, it just automatically wants to. There's my first landing.
Yeah.
She immediately wants to move. Yeah. Well, a little bit of a hover there. So a little bit of left rudder. Oh, snack. Alright. Stabilize. See, right here, I want to get into a stable position, but I don't quite.
More back pressure. Oh.
It's a good thing PE's not open.
Yeah.
Alright. So right here, I probably need more space. Alright. Bring the collective up. Back pressure with the joystick. Left rudder offsets that wanting to turn.
On the stick, you want a little bit of back and left also, if you find it moving to the right. Just very fine movements, especially on your yaw control. Very fine. I can see your movements are a little big.
Yeah. And then I panic. And then I crash.
Yep.
Boom. All right. Well, we're gonna have to one more go at this. Just hover is just... Oop.
Well,
Hey.
that's something.
That's something. Okay. Alright. Let's get a feel for. Turn. Do you have the SAS on during landings?
You can. I would wait for the 1.01 update for this to come out
Okay.
before you start using that for landing and takeoff.
Okay.
But you can. If you want to try it, you can. It might just have a little bit of extra yaw control. You can throw it on and give it a go.
Alright, so I want to slow down. So I'm just going to do back. Oh, it's too hard.
Yeah. Just hover before you touch down.
Yeah.
So like when you're 5 feet off, just get to a complete hover.
Let's watch you do this.
Oh, I went past you a little bit.
Oh, I'm on fire also. That's awesome. Oh, yeah, you're good. You're like, I want to land on that blue sign right there.
Just a little.
Boom!
Oh, man.
Awesome. Well, learned a lot today. Obviously need to practice my hover. Because then you got to do things like hover taxi.
Yeah. Most places they'll give you present location, so no big deal. But you will need to fly heading and stuff. And you may need to hover taxi.
So wait, back pressure, back pressure. Oh. Alright, so go up a little bit. It's almost like I maybe need to adjust my joystick settings because they're really sensitive.
Yeah. I mean, the helicopter is really sensitive in real life. But
Yeah.
and make sure, that's why I wanted to mention earlier, because you mentioned a death grip. You want to be touching it very lightly. I use 3 fingers to control
Oh, wow. Okay.
the helicopter. Because if you're using a death grip, you're gonna make, or if you're using your whole hand even, you're gonna make adjustments that are too big.
Hmm.
So I use 3 fingers and I hold it pretty lightly.
I wish that you could have different joystick profiles for different planes, because now I'm gonna have to remember every time to go in and do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's okay. Could be worse. Now let's pretend I want to land over here. So I would just do. Actually, I take it back. Oh, I hit something. Yeah, I hit a light or something. It's impressive crashes, actually.
Did you try it with the SAS on?
No, I haven't done it yet. One more time. I keep saying, all right, that's it, but then I'm like, no, I want to keep going. All right, SAS.
And that'll automatically put some yaw in, so you shouldn't really need to. Maybe you'll put in right rudder, depending on the wind.
That's interesting because as soon as oh yeah, that wind's really blowing. I should just go Kavik, just to get a feel for it before I start it. Yeah, I'm going Kavik. Oh, she didn't. She still has wind.
Yeah, but in the next update, the SAS will get a little less sensitive. Yeah, it looks pretty stable right there.
Yeah, that one's good.
Much better.
Yeah.
The difference is insane. You're holding it perfectly.
Yeah, this is good. Yeah, the stability. I think, yeah, that is quite a different. See if I can land.
You look like a normal helicopter.
I do, actually. That was a clunker, but at least it wasn't a fireball.
It's a start.
Yeah.
I mean, but you could do hover taxi and stuff and land in the right area. That's really what's hard is
I'm gonna try to follow
landing in
this
the
line.
right area. Yeah. And if you're hover taxiing, keep your speed below like 20.
Like I know how to control my speed. I imagine it's just pulling back on the stick, huh?
Yeah, and down on the collective. Combination of the two, but not hitting the ground. Hover taxis can be like 15 feet off the ground as well, so you can go up a little bit.
Turn. Whoa, and then it starts spinning. Oh, but I had recovered. Okay. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Yeah. I can see me practicing this hours on end.
It can be addicting. I practice like 4 hours a day for a few months.
That's awesome. Trying to come over to you slowly but surely.
Oh yeah. I'll get out of your way and watch you land.
I'm no longer going to make fun of people who crash in these. Ah.
Let's get your speed down.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Well, thanks for that lesson.